All right, so we're going to take this through a whole bunch of hip opening here, and this is going to be a good prep if you're about to come into firefly or Tadasana pose. But toward that, let's go ahead and get this started seated. So just bring yourself down to the mat, and we'll start this in Baddha Konasana. So that's soles of feet together, knees out wide. And how you set this up exactly is up to you. So if your hips are a little bit tighter and your knees are more than a couple inches up off the floor, you're going to want to slide your feet forward a little bit, make a longer diamond shape with your legs. And this is all to help your pelvis tilt forward so you can sit this upright without too much effort. And if your hips are more open, the knees are lower, you can pull the heels in closer. But again, make sure you can sit this up tall without actually having to use your hands. And then just bring your hands down to the floor at your sides just for a little bit of stability. And then set up your position here by feeling out where you need to hold tension. So relax around the hips as best you can to let the knees just settle toward the floor. But then tense up through the belly, round the lower ribs to keep yourself upright. Reach the top of your head toward the ceiling. Pull your chin in just a little bit and feel the back of the neck lengthen. Relax your shoulders in. And then just close your eyes. So just give yourself a moment to settle in like this. Let your mind quiet down. And then again here, take a moment to scan your position. So still relax around the hips as best you can to just let the knees settle toward the floor. And then hold on to the engagement from the midsection on up. Stay tall. Be sure the shoulders stay down. And then to start to deepen your breathing here. So with the inhale, pull in as much as you can. Try to fill up your lungs and hold on to all that breath at the top. When you exhale, constrict the back of your throat. So slow your breath down on the way back out. And just work to make your exhales last at least as long as your inhales as you breathe. Now when you're ready, here, take a deep inhale. And then when you exhale, just open your eyes. And just take things slow. With your next inhale, reach your arms up high. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Inhale, reaches up high. Exhale, hands through center. Inhale, arms up high. Exhale, through center again. Inhale, reaches up high. Now with the exhale this time, lean to the right side, right hand to the floor, stretch your left arm, right gaze up high. And just draw that left shoulder back. Keep your knees wide as you're leaning. With your next inhale, bring it to center, reach up. And then with the exhale, lean left this time. Left hand to the floor, stretch your right arm, left gaze high. And again, lengthen this out, keep looking toward the ceiling, keep your knees out wide. With your next inhale, bring it back to center, reach up. And then with the exhale, bring the hands down through center. And set your hands down behind you. Lean back. Now we'll take Lord of the Fishes here. So bring the right heel outside your left hip. And step your left foot outside your right thigh. Now just take a moment to set this up. Go ahead and get both sit bones down to the floor between your heels. And you can always extend the right leg forward if you need to back off. But when you're ready, set the left hand down behind you. Inhale the right arm high. And then with the exhale, bring the right elbow down past your left thigh. Now sit this up tall. Crown of the head toward the ceiling. Bring your gaze back over your left shoulder. And use your right arm, press into your left leg, and keep breathing here as you're twisting. Keep extending the top of your head toward the ceiling. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just release this. Now bring both hands to the right side. Lightly open your chest to the right. And then go turn back to center. Hands behind, lean back, untangle your legs. And take it the other way. Left heel outside the right hip, right foot outside your left thigh. And here again, you extend the left leg if you need to come into the twist. When you're ready, set the right hand down behind you. Inhale your left arm high this time. And then with the exhale, bring the left elbow past the right thigh. Now sit this up tall. Reach the crown of the head straight up. Look back over your right shoulder. Use your left arm and press into your right leg here. And just keep extending, keep twisting. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just release. Bring both hands to the left side. Lightly open your chest to the left. And then go ahead, turn back to center. Hands behind, lean back, uncross the legs. And then just cross at the ankles, roll forward, your hands come into all fours. Now from all fours, take a moment, move around a little bit. Stretch your hands, stretch your fingers, let the shoulders and hips move side to side and just feel things out. And then come back into center, and we'll take this to opening up through the front of the body here. So walk your knees forward to behind your wrists. Now bring the knees out wide, wider than your hips. Point the big toes toward each other. Walk your hands back. Come down to sitting on your heels for a moment. And we're setting this up for a bridging motion. Now to make this work, keep in mind, you need to kick your feet to the floor and squeeze your glutes as you press your hips up and forward. And we'll take this back and forth, side to side. Now hands behind the shoulders, about shoulder width. Come up onto your fingertips. And to take this back and forth. Now your left hand stays down. With your next inhale, sweep the right arm left. Lift your hips. Let your head fall back and open up. And then with the exhale, bring this down. And then set your right hand. Inhale, sweep your left arm right. Open to this side. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, sweep your right arm left again. Lift up. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, sweep your left arm right. Try to take it up higher each time. And then exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, sweep your right arm left again. Open up. Exhale, bring this back down. And then inhale, sweep your left arm right. Open up. Exhale, come back down. Now inhale, sweep your right arm left one more time and hold here. Let your head fall back. Stretch your right arm long and keep kicking down. Now to take it further, kick into the right foot. As you reach for that right hand, see about trying to lift that right knee up off the floor. Shouldn't be easy. And then go ahead, bring everything back down. When you're ready, take it the other way. With an inhale, sweep your left arm right. Open up. And then just hold on to this here. Let your head fall back. Keep the front of the body low. And as you stretch with your left hand, kick into your left foot, try to hover that left knee up off the floor. And then go ahead, bring everything back down. And then once you come back down, go ahead, walk your hands forward, come back to all fours, move around. And let's take this into the wrists. Now, to set this up, wrists underneath the shoulders and knees underneath the hips, look down at your hands. Now, rotate your hands with the palms down, fingertips out to the sides and then in toward your knees as far as you can go. Set your hands flat, spread the fingers out wide, dig your fingertips down. And grip your mat and keep that grip. Keep the fingertips pressing down. Now, if this is enough, just stay here. You can back off and bring the hands closer to your knees if you like. But try to take it further. Press your spine up toward the ceiling. Keep your grip and see about walking your knees back a little bit and take a deeper stretch moving up into the forearms. Now, if you can go further with that, keep gripping and maybe start to take things back and forth. So bringing the hips back toward your heels and just lifting the palms a little bit. And then bring your weight forward. And this doesn't have to be extreme, keep in mind. Just keep the hands tense, the fingertips pressing down, and you're not trying to push into any sort of sharp pain. If you need to, just back off from the pressure a bit. And then the next time you set the palms down flat, go ahead, come up onto the fingertips. And then walk the hands in so there may be 1 or 2 hands lengths forward of your knees. Now I want you to flip your hands over, backs of the hands down, palms facing up, the fingertips pointing toward you. And you can always bring the hands in closer if you want to go lighter with this. But spread your fingers out wide. Press your fingertips down, flatten the backs of your hands. Press your spine up toward the ceiling and keep your arms straight. Now if you like, you can just take this and sway a little bit side to side, but still with the fingertips pressing down. And just breathe into this. And if you want to take things further still, bring this into center, shoulders over wrist, fingertips pressing down. And then just see about moving side to side. Put the weight to your left leg. And then just bring the right foot forward outside your right hand. And then go ahead and set that right foot down. Put the weight to the right. Bring your left foot outside your left hand. And then bring that left knee down. Right foot outside the right hand again. Press into the fingertips. And bring your right knee down. Left foot outside the left hand again. And then set the knee down. One more time. Bring the right foot forward outside your right hand. And then bring the knee to the floor. Set your left foot down outside your left hand. And then bring the knee back to the mat. And then come up onto your fingertips down to sitting on your heels and take a moment. Shake your hands out. Loosen up your fingers and loosen up your wrists. And then once the hands are ready, bring your legs out from underneath you. And come to a seat. Now we're just going to set this up for a reverse tabletop from here. So feet in front of you about hips width distance apart, hands behind the shoulders about shoulder width. Palms down, fingertips forward if you can. If that's too much on the wrist, you can always rotate your fingers to the sides. But either way, go ahead and press down. Just lift your seat up off the floor. And then let's take this up and down. So with an inhale, press your hips high. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, lift your hips up again. And exhale, lower. Inhale, press this up high. Exhale, come down. And then inhale, lift up one more time and hold here. Keep your glutes squeezing, keep your hips lifted like this. And you can look forward, look up, or hang your head back. But keep the glutes engaged and keep your hips pressing high. Lift your chest as well. And if you can take this a little bit further, dig into your heels and try to pull them toward your hands. Engage a little bit more tension for that lift. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, come back down. And once you're down, take a moment, shake your hands out a little bit. And then when you're ready, just go ahead, set the hands down, walk the feet in closer. And now you might have to go off to the side, but if you can, just lift your butt up off the floor, bring your hands forward, and let's bring this into a deep squat. So however you need to, set this up, set the feet about hips width distance apart or wider. Heels point in, toes point out, keep your heels down on the floor. And then if you need to, just keep the hips at knee level, and this is good enough right here. If you can come down further without lifting the heels, just sink into your depth. Now maybe the feet go wider or narrow, you can always play with the angle, it depends on how your body's shaped. So go ahead and feel this out. And then we're going to move from here to warm up the hips. So I want you to bring your fingertips down to the floor from wherever you are. And even if your hips are low, lift them up so that the thighs are parallel to the floor and the hips stay at the level of the knees. Keep your chest facing down. Now to warm up the hips, we're just going to take this side to side. So put the weight to your left foot. Touch the right knee to your left leg. Your chest is still facing down. And then bring the right foot to the floor. Put the weight to the right foot. Left knee touches your right leg this time. And then step your left foot wide. Come over to the left side. Right knee to your left leg again. Right foot wide, bring it over to the right foot. Left knee to the right leg again. And then step your left foot wide, come over to the left side. Right knee touches your left leg again. Bring your right foot out wide, come over to the right foot, touch the left knee to the right leg again. And then step your left foot out wide. Now one more time, put the weight to the left foot, right knee to your left leg, hold here. Now keep your chest facing down. Try to touch your ribs or your belly to your left thigh. Maybe lift your hands up off the floor for a moment. And then go ahead and bring the hands down. Step the right foot wide. Come over to your right side one more time. Weight to the right foot. Left knee touches your right leg. Now try to touch your ribs or your belly to the right thigh and see about lifting your hands up off the floor here. And then bring the hands back down. Bring that left foot down. And then come back down to all fours. And now from all fours, you can take a moment, shake your legs out a little bit. You'll probably need that. And then once you're ready, we're going to take a reclining position. So I want you to come down onto the right forearm and then down onto your right hip. Now it's not going to feel like you're reclining in a moment here, but just go ahead and bring this down. Left foot steps behind your right leg. Keep your right leg straight and keep the toes pointed to the side. And bring the left hand in front of your chest. Now lean into your left hand, press into your left foot, and lift the right hip up off the floor. Now with that right hip lifted, we'll take it back and forth, lifting your right foot. So bring that right foot up as high as you can. And then set it back down. Lift your right foot, and then set it down. Right foot up high. Set it back down. Lift your right foot again, and then bring it down. One more time with the right foot high. Now hold here. Keep the toes pointed to the side. And then pulse that right foot higher on my count. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then come back down. Now go ahead, roll through center. And take this onto the left side. So left forearm down, come on to your left hip. Extend your left leg, keep the toes pointed to the side. The right foot steps behind your left leg. Right hand in front of your chest, lean into your right hand. And then go ahead, press into the right foot and lift your left hip. Now up and down, lift the left foot up as high as you can. And then set it back down. Lift your left foot. And then set it down. Left foot high. Bring it back down again. Lift your left foot. And set it down. Now one more time, keep the left foot lifted and then pulse it up higher. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then come back down. And then bring yourself back to center in all fours. And from all fours, go ahead, shake your legs out again. And then from all fours, go ahead and press in your hands, tuck the toes of both feet. And with your toes tucked, lift your knees up off the mat. Now walk your hands back and come into a deep squat at the back of the mat. Heels pointing in, toes pointing out. Bring your hips down low and keep your feet flat. And just take this down as low as you can with the heels still down. Now from here, we'll take it back and forth to warm up the hips. So bring your fingertips down to the floor in front of you. And just keep the toes where they are. Now walk your hands forward, stretch your body out long, touch your knees down to the mat. And then walk your hands back in, set your heels down, and come back into that squat. And then walk this forward, but walk it over to the right side, touch your knees down. And then bring it back to center, bring your heels to the floor. And then walk forward over to the left side, knees touch down. And then bring it back into center. And then walk this over to the right again, stretch this out long, let your knees touch the floor. And then bring it back to center, back to that squat. And then walk it out over to the left side, bring your knees down. And come back into center, set your feet flat. And then walk forward, stretch this out long, knees touch down. Come back into center, set the heels. And then one more time, just walk it straight forward, stretch this out, touch your knees down. Bring it back into center, bring your heels down, and come back into that squat. And just hold here for a moment. It's supposed to burn. When you're ready, here, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, bring the fingertips down, hips up high, and just take a moment to shake your legs out a bit. Now just stay loose and breathe here. And you can just take a moment to take a break, and that's fine. You can take another stretch before you move on if you like. But whenever you're ready, just keep your hips up high, walk your hands forward, and bring yourself into downward facing dog. Now once you move into position, take a look at how you set this up. Hands about shoulder width distance apart. Now press your palms down flat. You want to feel some weight toward the base of your thumbs. And then sink your chest down low. As your chest sinks down, press your hips up high toward the ceiling. And keep that long upward reach to the hips. So pulling through the belly, around the little ribs. Try to stretch your spine longer to press your hips up higher still. And if your legs are tight, if your hamstrings are tight, let it go. You can always bend your knees. And maybe just stay loose here. You can pedal this out and let your hips move side to side. Now when you're ready, take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just bend the knees, look forward, and step this to the front of the mat. Let's take a ragdoll fold. So feet about hips width distance apart, deep bend in the knees. Let your belly touch your thighs, let your head hang, let your spine round. And let everything go long and loose here. Let the muscles in your neck relax. Now you can hang your hands to the floor. You can reach to opposite elbows if you like, and maybe shake the side to side to loosen further. And then when you're ready, go ahead and release any grip that you have. Keep the bend in the knees to begin, and then restack your spine. So slowly round this up to standing. Bring your head up last. And then just open up your palms at your sides. Now when you're ready, with an inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, just bring your hands down to heart center. Now take a moment here to breathe, set an intention. Let your mind clear, find your focus. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just release your hands. Now with your next inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, slowly fold this forward. Hinge at the hips. Start with a straight spine. Put a little bend in your knees. Keep your core engaged. Move smoothly. And then just release this at the bottom. Now with an inhale, lift up halfway. Fingertips to the floor till your shins lengthen forward to the crown of your head. And then with the exhale, just bring your hands to the mat and step this back to high plank. Now find your shape. Wrist the shoulders, palms press to the floor. Press the floor away from you. Press your spine up toward the ceiling. And keep yourself lifted. Take an inhale here. And then with the exhale, just bring your knees down to the mat. Now shoulders forward. Pull the elbows into your sides. Bring your chin and chest down to the floor. And then we'll go ahead and flatten out from here. So go ahead and bring your belly all the way down. Now flatten your feet out behind you. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Pull the elbows into your sides. And we'll lift and lower from here to low cobra. So with an inhale, just peel up your head, neck, and chest. Exhale, roll this back down. Inhale, peel this up again. And then with the exhale, lower. Now inhale, peel up one more time. Stay lifted this time. Now keep the lift in the upper body, press into your feet. And then take some more all the way out of your hands. So ground down. Kick your feet into the floor. Squeeze your glutes. And then draw your shoulders back. Try to lift this up a little bit higher. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, roll it back down. Now hands under the shoulders, elbows into your sides. We're going to take this to upward facing dog. So with an inhale, straighten your arms. Now pull your chest forward. Let your hips hang, stay on the tops of your feet. Keep your legs active. Work to lift your knees up from the mat. To take it further, kick your feet down. Squeeze your glutes. Try to pull the hips forward and deepen and lengthen the arc through the front. Now lift with your arms, but lift with your shoulders as well. Keep your neck long, keep your chest pulling forward. And then take a deep inhale. And with the exhale, pull your belly in, hips up high, back to down dog. Now paddle out. Let your hips move side to side. And we're going to take a modified sun salutation from here. So take an inhale. With the exhale, bend your knees, look forward, and then step to the front. Inhale, lift up halfway, extend your head forward. With the exhale, fold this down. Now inhale to stand and reach your arms up high. Exhale, fold this all the way back down again. Inhale, halfway lift. And then with the exhale, set the hands and step it back to high plank. Now from your plank, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, set the knees down. Shoulders forward, elbows back, bring your chin and chest down low. And then with an inhale, pull this forward, straighten the arms, upward facing dog. And with the exhale, draw your belly in, hips up high to down dog. 2 more rounds like that, take an inhale. With the exhale, bend your knees, look forward, and step to the front. Now inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold down. Inhale to standing, reach us up high. And then with the exhale, fold all the way back down again. Inhale, halfway lift. And with the exhale, hands to the floor, step it back to high plank. From your plank, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, set the knees down. Shoulders forward, elbows back, bring your chin and chest down low. With the inhale, pull your chest forward, straighten the arms, upward dog. Exhale, draw your belly in, hips up high to down dog. And we'll take it through one more time. Take an inhale. With the exhale, bend your knees, look forward, and step to the front. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale to stand and reach us up high. And then exhale, fold all the way down again. Inhale, halfway lift. And with the exhale, hands to the floor, step it back to high plank. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, set your knees down. Shoulders forward, elbows back, bring your chin and chest down low. With the inhale, pull your chest forward, straighten the arms, upward dog. Exhale, draw your belly in, hips up high to down dog. And then just take a moment here, paddle out and breathe. All right, now from your down dog, keep in mind, as we move into the sequence, each time we're going to take 3 frog hops. So you're going to press in your hands, hop your feet forward, land your toes, and just take the hop kind of low, all right? So this is more to warm things up than anything else. So give this a try. Take an inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees, look forward, hop forward, try to land light, and then step it back, hips high back to down dog. 2 more times. Take an inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, hop this forward, and then step back, hips high. 1 more time, take an inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, hop this forward. And then after the 3rd hop, let's take a lizard lunge. So right foot outside the right hand toward the upper right corner of the mat. Slide your left foot back and make this a long, wide stance. So you're on the toes of the left foot, the left heel is lifted behind. Right foot, make sure the ankle is forward of the knee at least a little bit. And then curl the toes of the right foot up off the floor, keep them curled. Roll to the outside edge of the foot and let the knee move out to the side. Now, see about coming down lower here. Go ahead, bring the right forearm down. Bring your left forearm down as well. And try to keep your left knee lifted if you can. You can set that left knee on the floor if you need to, but stay low inside the right leg and keep that right knee out to the side. Now to take this a little bit further, keep yourself low. Press that left hand into the floor, reach your right hand forward, and you're going to follow the right hand with your gaze. So with an inhale, reach your right arm back and look back. Exhale, reaches forward. Inhale the right arm back again. Exhale, reaches forward. Inhale the right arm back. Exhale, forward 1 more time. And then inhale, reach your right arm back and look back. And then go ahead and bring the right arm behind your back, half bind, palm facing away. Draw that shoulder back, bring your left knee to the floor and flatten the left foot. Now sink your left hip down, keep that right knee out to the side. Draw the right shoulder back and look toward the back of the mat and just breathe here. All right, now when you're ready, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just turn back to center. Now come up onto both hands. And let's take this to low lunge. So the right foot comes between your hands. Tuck the toes of your left foot, lift your left knee. And then from here, we'll take it to a warrior 1. So with an inhale, drop your left heel, hands to your hips, bring your torso all the way to upright. And just take a moment to find your stance. Now deep bend of the right knee, left leg straight, both feet are flat. Turn the left foot so the toes move out to the side at least a little bit, but make sure you square your hips. Right hip back, left hip forward. And if you need to adjust, you can make the stance shorter and you can always make the stance wider. Let your hips sink down and keep everything squared forward. Now when you're ready, with an inhale, reach your arms up high. Exhale, vertical twist, right arm back, left arm forward, open to the right. Inhale back to center, reach your arms up high. Exhale, twist again, right arm back, left arm forward. Inhale back to center, arms up high. Exhale one more time, right arm back, left arm forward, hold here. Now hold on to your twist and take a half bind, right arm behind your back, palm face away, pull that shoulder back. And then bring the left arm down past your right leg. Now start to hinge forward over your right leg. Use the left arm to keep your twist, pull the right shoulder back, look back over your right shoulder. And if you can take it deeper, maybe fold further down with your chest still open to the right side. Now this is good enough right here. If you want to take it even further, you can also straighten the right leg. But keep the left hip pulling forward, keep the right shoulder high, and keep breathing. Now take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just release this. Turn to center, bring your hands to your hips. And then bring your weight forward to the right foot, lift your left heel. We're going to take this into balancing. When you're ready, come forward with your left knee high, as many steps as you need. Now, as you find your balance, dig down into the right big toe. Just keep that left knee lifted. And then once you're ready, with your left hand, take hold of the left knee. Now pull it up higher and bring it in closer. Stand tall. If you can take things a little bit further, maybe bend the right knee, maybe lean your shoulders back, and maybe start to look up a little bit, but hold your balance here. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just bring your gaze forward. Let's switch feet. Bring the left foot down. Come to standing with your right knee high. And then once you balance here, dig down into that left big toe, line the right knee up with the left. We're going to take a dancer variation. Now once you reach back with your right hand and find the inside edge of the right foot. Once you have that grip, kick in your hand and line up the knees. Now keep your gaze forward, stay tall, put a little bend in your left knee, and as you're ready, left arm high, palm forward. Now to take it further, kick into the right hand and lean forward against the tension of the kick. Pull the right shoulder forward, just take this as far forward as you can while you're still upright, and just keep breathing here. All right, when you're ready, with an inhale, come all the way up, right hands to your hips, right knee lifted. And then with the exhale, set that foot down. With your next inhale, reach your arms up high. And then exhale, fold this all the way down. Inhale, lift up halfway. And then with the exhale, set the hands, and we're going to take this into crow. So palms down, grip the floor with your fingers, lift your heels. Now bring the knees outside your arms. We're going to take a flattened version of this pose. Squeeze your knees in right away. Now look forward, start to lean. Take things slow. Keep gripping with your fingers. You can always stay here, but try to take it further. See about leaning forward and let your feet lift, big toes to touch. And then squeeze your legs in. See about lifting your hips up and down for a moment. And then go ahead, release when you're ready. Step it back to high plank, and we'll take it through the Vinyasa. So when you're ready from plank, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, set the knees down. Shoulders forward, elbows back, bring your chin and chest down low. With the inhale, pull your chest forward, straighten the arms, upward dog. Exhale, draw the belly in, hips up high to down dog. All right, we'll take all that on the other side. So again, we're starting at those frog hops. So when you hop, press in your palms, land on your toes, and there's going to be 3 of these, so be ready to move. Take an inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees, look forward, hop this forward, and then step it back, hips high. 2 more times, take an inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, hop this forward, and then step it back, hips high. 1 more time, take an inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, hop this forward. And then this time we'll take this into that lizard lunge again. So step the left foot forward past your left hand outside the left hand, and then slide the right foot back. So make this a long, wide stance. So wider than your hips, left foot forward so the ankle's at least a little bit past the knee. Now look at your left foot, curl the toes up off the floor, keep them curled. Roll to the outside edge of the foot and let the knee move to the side. Now sink your hips down low, and then go ahead, bring your forearms down to the mat. And stay low here. Now try to keep your right knee lifted. You can set it down if you need to. And keep that left knee out to the side. And then to move from here, reach your left arm forward, look toward the left hand, follow it with your gaze. So with an inhale, reach your left arm back and look back. Exhale, reaches forward. Inhale the left arm back again. Exhale, reach this forward. Inhale the left arm back. Exhale, forward 1 more time. Inhale, reach your left arm back, hold here. And then take a half bind, left arm behind your back, palm facing away, pull that shoulder back. And then go ahead, bring the right knee down, flatten the right foot behind you. Keep that left knee out to the side. And just keep looking back over that left shoulder. Keep breathing here. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, release. Turn back to center, both hands down. And then bring the left foot between your hands. Tuck the toes of the right foot. Lift your right knee. Come into low lunge. And then from here, we'll take it to warrior one. So with an inhale, drop your right heel, hands to your hips. Bring your torso all the way to upright. And take a moment to set this up. Deep bend of the left knee, right leg straight, right hip forward, left hip back. And that right foot points to the side at least a little bit. Go ahead, shorten or widen the stance if you need to. Be sure you can square the hips to the front. Now, when you're ready, with an inhale, reach your arms up high. Exhale, vertical twist. Left arm back, right arm forward, open up. Inhale to center, reach us up high. Exhale, twist again, left arm back, right arm forward. Inhale, back to center, arms up high. Exhale, left arm back, right arm forward. One more time. Hold here. Keep your spine tall. Reach this wide. And then take a half bind. Left arm behind your back, palm face me. Keep that shoulder pulled back. And then bring the right arm past your left thigh to brace the twist. Left shoulder still pulled back. Your chest is still open to the left side. Now, if you want to take it deeper, maybe hinge from the hips and fold further over your left leg. If you want to take it further still, you can start to straighten that left leg, but pull the right hip forward, left hip back. Keep looking over your left shoulder and just breathe here. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, turn back to center. Hands to your hips, bring your torso upright. And then bring the weight forward to your left foot, lift your right heel. When you're ready, as many steps as you need, come forward with your right knee high. Now ground your left big toe, find your balance, slow your breathing down. And then when you're ready, with your right hand, take hold of the right knee, pull it up higher, bring it in closer. And just stay tall, stay balanced. If you can take things further, maybe put a little bend in the left knee. Maybe pull your shoulders back and maybe even bring your gaze up toward the ceiling. All right, slowly for me, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just bring your gaze forward. Hands to your hips, step the right foot down, and come to standing with your left knee high this time. Now dig down into the right big toe, keep your gaze forward. When you're ready, when you're balanced, line the left knee up with the right, and then reach back with your left hand. Find the inside edge of the left foot. Now once you've got that grip, just kick in your hand, line up the knees, keep your gaze forward, stay tall. And then to go further, right arm high, palm forward, put a little bend in the right knee. And then as you kick into the left hand, lean forward against the tension of the kick. Draw that left shoulder forward. Now keep looking forward, keep breathing. Just take this as deep as you can still balance. All right, with your inhale, slowly bring this back upright. Hands to your hips, left knee lifted. And then go ahead, set that left foot down. When you're ready, with an inhale, reach your arms up high. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, lift up halfway. And then with the exhale, set your hands. We're going to take it back into that low crow. So set your palms flat, hands to shoulder width, dig your fingertips down to the mat. And then lift your heels and bring the knees outside your arms so the knees are nice and wide. Now look forward, lean forward, start to squeeze the knees in right away. Grip the floor with your fingers. And then as you lean, let your feet lift together, big toes to touch. Now see about taking this further. Squeeze your legs in. Try to lift your hips up and down, at least a little bit. And then once you're ready, go ahead, step it back to high plank. And we'll take it through the Vinyasa. Once you find plank, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, set the knees down. Shoulders forward, elbows back, bring your chin and chest down low. With the inhale, pull your chest forward, straighten the arms, upward facing dog. Exhale, draw your belly in, hips up high to down dog. And paddle out here for a moment and breathe. All right, back to those frog hops. Again, land on your toes and land this light. Take a deep inhale. With the exhale, bend your knees. Look forward, hop forward. And then step it back, hips up high. Deep inhale. With the exhale, bend your knees. Look forward, hop this forward. And then step it back, hips high. One more time, take an inhale. With the exhale, bend your knees. Look forward, hop this forward. And let's take this into a lizard lunge again. So once you're at the front, step the right foot forward past your right hand, outside your right hand. Slide your left foot back, and again, make the stance long, make it wide. Keep the left heel lifted behind. Now this time, keep your right foot flat. Right ankle past the right knee at least a little bit, but keep that right thigh pulling in toward your side. Now to take this further, go ahead, bring both forearms down to the mat. Keep the right thigh squeezing in. Keep your hips low. Try to keep your left knee lifted. You can set it down if you need to. And if you want to take this further, see about taking it with a half bind. So left forearm stays down, but wrap your right arm around your right leg, palm open behind you, and squeeze the right thigh into your side. Keep your chest facing down. And that's just an option, keep in mind. All right, now from here, take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, slowly come back up onto your hands inside the right foot. And then turn about 90 degrees to the left side. And we're going to take this into Skandasana, so we're going to stay low. So keep your hands down, but lift the right heel. Now come down to sitting on the right heel. Bend the right knee completely. And the left leg extends toward the back of the mat. Heel to the floor, the toes pulling up. And we're going to go back and forth from this position. Try to stay low. Bring your hands into center of the long edge of the mat. Keep your chest facing down. And just try to keep your hips as low as you can as we switch from one foot to the next. So come through center, sink down over to the left side. Right leg extends. And then bring it back through center and sink down to the right. Bring it back through center over the left side. Sit on that left heel. Back through center, come down to the right. Bring it through center over to the left side again. And then back through center down to the right. And then one more time, come down to your left side, sink down low. And see about taking it lower still. Now you're sitting on that left heel, the right heel's on the floor, right leg extended. See about coming down onto the forearms. And just stay as low as you can. Try to pull that left knee out to the side a little bit more. And dig down into the right heel. All right, take an inhale here. And then with the exhale, set both palms down on the floor. Set your left foot flat. And we're going to take Warrior 2 toward the back of the mat. So look at your left foot and pivot on the left heel. Point the toes of the left foot toward the back of the mat. Left palm stays on the floor inside your left leg. And bring the right hand to the right hip. Now the right leg straight. Go ahead and turn that foot out to the side. So it's one line from the left heel to the right arch. And you can always slide that right foot further back. Now right shoulder high, right hip high. And bring your gaze up toward the ceiling. And if you want to take this further, maybe reach your right arm high and open up your chest even more. But keep your left arm grounded and keep the left thigh squeezing into your side. Keep breathing here. Now take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just bring the right hand down. Come up onto the fingertips of both hands. And look at your left foot again. Now pivot on the left heel. Turn the left foot so it's parallel to the short side of the mat. Now bring all the way to the left foot, lift the right heel, pull the right knee into your chest and round your spine. And then take hold of your right knee, and let's bring this all the way up to vertical. Now once you're up, just take a moment, dig down to that left big toe, slow your breathing down. And then when you're ready, left hand to your left hip, pull the right knee out to the side and keep the toes pointed down. This is good enough right here, but if you can take it just a little bit further, reach your left arm down at your side about 45 degrees. Maybe look down the length of your left arm, and maybe start to lean left and lift that right knee higher, but keep the left big toe pressing to the floor and keep your balance here. Keep breathing. All right, take an inhale. And with the exhale, slowly come upright. Look forward, hands to your hips. And then step the right foot toward the front of the mat. Lift your left heel and square your hips to the front. And then when you're ready, we'll take all the way to the right foot. Come forward with your left knee high as many steps as you need. Now once you're up, dig into the right big toe. Again, slow your breathing down. And let's take it back to dancer. Line the left knee up with the right and reach back with your left hand. Find the inside edge of your left foot. Now once you've got that grip, kick into your hand. And then it's right arm high, palm forward. Bend into that right knee. And then start to lean forward against the tension of the kick. Now just come forward a little bit and keep the right knee bent. Now this could be enough. If you can take this a little bit further, try to take this as an open hip pose, moving toward half moon. So with the right knee bent, just start to draw the left shoulder back. Maybe pull the left hip back. And let your body open to the left side as you're kicking into that left hand. Just take things to where you can. Keep your gaze forward and keep breathing here. All right, slowly take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just release this. Bring both hands down, both feet down, forward fold. And then from your fold, when you're ready, take an inhale, lift this up halfway. And with the exhale, set your hands. We're going to take that low crow again. Palms down, grip the floor with your fingers, lift your heels up, and bring the knees outside your arms. The knees are wide. Now look forward, lean forward, keep that grip, go slow. When your feet lift, bring them up together. Now from here, start to squeeze the inner thighs in. See about moving your hips up and down. And then when you're ready, go ahead, step it back to plank. And we'll move through another vinyasa. Once you find your high plank, take an inhale. And with the exhale, set the knees down. Shoulders forward, elbows back, bring your chin and chest down low. Now with an inhale, pull your chest forward, straighten the arms, upward dog. Exhale, draw your belly in, hips up high to down dog. All right, we'll even all that up on the other side. So one last time with those frog hops. Take an inhale. With the exhale, bend your knees, look forward, hop forward. And then step it back, hips high. 2 more times, take an inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, hop this forward. And then step it back, hips high. 1 more time, take an inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, hop this forward. And let's take it to that lizard lunge 1 more time. So left foot outside the left hand toward the upper left corner of the mat. Slide your right foot back long. So make it a long stance, a wide stance, right heel lifted behind. And keep your left foot flat. Keep the left thigh squeezing in toward your side. Now bring yourself down onto your forearms inside your left leg. Keep the left thigh squeezing in. You can drop the right knee if you need to, but keep it lifted if you can. Now if you can take this further, keep the right forearm down. And then just reach the left arm underneath your left leg. Try to find that half bind, palm open behind you, squeezing the left thigh into your side. Just breathe here. All right, now from wherever you are, come back up onto both hands inside your left foot. And then just turn to the right side of the mat. So the right foot's down. Go ahead, lift your left heel. Come to sit in that left heel. We'll take this to Skandasana again. Left heel lifted, right leg extended with the toes of the right foot pointed up. Now stay low with your chest facing down. Walk your hands into the center of the long edge of the mat. And try to stay low as we switch this back and forth. So come through center over to the right side, sink your hips down. And then bring it back through center, come down low to the left. Through center, bring it down to the right side again. Back through center, sink into the left side. Bring it through center, over to the right side again. Back through center, come down to the left. And then bring it through center, down to the right 1 more time, and hold here. And then to see about bringing the forearms down, and try to pull that right knee out wider. Dig into your left heel. Just keep breathing. All right, now when you're ready, come down onto both hands. And then set the right foot down flat. Now pivot on the right heel. Point the toes of the right foot toward the back of the mat. And bring the right palm down inside your right leg. Now left hand to your left hip. Lift your left shoulder. Open up your chest to the left side. And go ahead, slide that left leg back. So it's one line from the right heel to the left arch. You can always slide that left foot further back and let this feel like even more of a hip opener. Now keep the left shoulder high. Keep the right arm grounded. And if you want to take it further, maybe reach your left arm high and pull that shoulder further back. Keep breathing here. Now take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, bring both hands down inside the right leg. Now look at your right foot, pivot on the right heel, and line up that foot parallel to the short side of the mat. Put all the way to the right foot, pull the left knee into your chest, round your spine. And then take hold of your left knee. And let's round this all the way up to vertical. Now once you're up, just give yourself a moment to breathe. Dig down into that right big toe. And then right hand to the right hip. Pull your left knee out to the side. Keep it lifted. Keep the toes pointed down. Now if you can take this just a little bit further, reach the right arm down at your side about 45 degrees. And then maybe look down the length of the right arm. And maybe start to lean this right and lift your left knee a little bit higher. All right, still balancing here. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, just bring your spine upright. Look forward, hands to your hips. Step the left foot to the front of the mat. And then lift your right heel and square your hips to the front. Now once you're ready, bring the weight forward to the left foot. Come forward with your right knee high. Find your balance again. And then go ahead and line that right knee up with the left, and let's take it back to dancer. Right hand reaches back, find the inside edge of the right foot. Kick into your hand, line up your knees. Now put a little bend in the left knee, reach your left arm high, and then start to hinge from the left hip against the tension of the kick. Lift that right knee behind you. Now see about taking this a little bit further. You don't have to go too deep, but start to draw the right shoulder back and pull the right hip back, and let your torso up and open up to the right side. But keep the gaze forward and keep breathing here. Keep your balance. Now take a deep inhale. And now with the exhale, just release this. Both hands down, both feet down, forward fold. From that fold, when you're ready, take an inhale, lift up halfway. And then with the exhale, set your hands. Let's take this into that low crow one more time. So palms flat, dig your fingertips down, lift your heels, and bring the knees outside your arms. Knees are wide. Look forward, lean forward, keep your grip. When your feet lift, big toes to touch. And then squeeze your legs in. Work to move your hips up and down. And then once you're ready, step it back to plank. And we'll take one more vinyasa. So once you find that high plank, take an inhale. And with the exhale, set the knees down. Shoulders forward, elbows back. Bring your chin and chest down low. Now with the inhale, pull your chest forward. Straighten the arms, upward facing dog. Exhale, draw your belly in. Hips up high, back to down dog. All right, from your down dog, let's take this into half pigeon. So with an inhale, raise your right leg high behind you. And with the exhale, bring it forward. Right knee behind the right wrist, right ankle somewhere behind the left. Now go ahead, bring your left knee down, flatten your left foot behind you. Pull the left hip forward, keep it in line with the right, and sink your hips straight down. Look for at least some of that stretch on the right side. Outer right hip toward the glutes. Now you can stay upright like this. And if you want to take it down a little bit, you can come down to the elbows, maybe melt down all the way. But just take it to where you need to. Keep your left hip pulling forward, both hips sinking down. And to engage this further, kick your right foot down into the floor and just breathe with us here. All right, now if your hands are forward, walk them in close. And we're going to take another pose. So I want you to lower yourself to the right hip, swing your left leg forward. I want to take this into a Janushasana variation. So left leg extended, sole the right foot to the end of the left thigh as high up as you're comfortable with. And I want you to start this with a bent left knee. So the left heel is down, the left knee's bent. Keep the toes pointed up. And then before we take this any further, this is going to be a side bend. So turn, open your chest toward the right knee. Bring the left forearm down inside your left leg. Now, if you can keep your left forearm down and then straighten the leg, you can take it further. You can slide that left heel forward, but just take this to where you can with the left forearm grounded. Now, reach your right arm in the direction opposite your left leg, and then take an inhale. And with the exhale, sweep the right arm across and keep looking up toward the ceiling. Inhale, reach your right arm back. And then with the exhale, sweep across and keep looking up. Inhale, reach your right arm back. And then with the exhale, one more time, sweep across and look up and hold here. Now keep your gaze up high. Keep the right shoulder stacked above the left. And just look up toward the ceiling. If you can go deeper, use your left arm, press into your left leg, and try to rotate your torso open toward the ceiling even further. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just release this. Go ahead and sit upright. And then cross at the ankles, roll forward your hands, step back to down dog. And we'll take those two poses on the other side. So once you're ready with an inhale, raise your left leg high. And with the exhale, bring it forward. Left knee behind your left wrist, ankle somewhere behind the right. Bring the right knee down, flatten the right foot behind you, pull the right hip forward and keep it in line with the left. And sink your weight straight down. Now look for at least some of that stretch on the left side, outer left hip toward the glutes. Now you can keep this upright, you can melt down toward the floor, but just take it to where you need to and breathe into this. Right hip still pulling forward, both hips still sinking down. And if you want to engage it further, kick your left foot into the floor at the same time. All right, then again, if your hands are forward, bring them in close. Lower to the left hip, swing your right leg forward. And let's take Janu Shasana on this side. Right leg extended, left knee bent. Sole the left foot to the end of the right thigh as high as you're comfortable with. And then just turn so your chest is facing your left knee. Now start with the right knee bent. The right heel is on the floor, the knees up high. Bring the right forearm down inside the right leg all the way down to the floor. Now if you can keep that forearm down and straighten the right leg further, you can press that heel forward. But wherever you settle in, reach your left arm opposite your right leg. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, sweep across, gaze up high. Inhale the left arm back again. And with the exhale, sweep and reach and look up. Inhale, reach your left arm back one more time. Exhale, sweep and reach, look up and hold here. Now keep your gaze high, keep stretching that left arm long. To go deeper, press your right arm into the right leg. Try to rotate your torso so your chest starts to face the ceiling. Keep breathing here. All right, take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just release this. Bring yourself back up, right? And then go across and actually bring both feet down to the floor. Come all the way down onto your back when you're ready. Now, once you're down, pull your knees into your chest and just squeeze everything in. And then go ahead and bring your feet to the floor. And we're going to take this into bridge. Now, feet and knees about hips width distance apart. Arms at your sides, palms down. Bring the heels in close so you can start with your low back basically flat. Now we're going to lift and hold this. There's a few options that I'll cue this through. And if you want to take it even further, you can take it up to wheel, but you don't have to take things any further than bridge. Just take things to where this works for you. Now, keep your gaze up high. Press into your palms, press into your feet. With an inhale, push into the floor, lift your hips, squeeze your glutes, and hold. Now this is good enough all by itself, but keep the tension of the lift. Keep your glutes squeezing, keep your hips pressing high. And maybe dig into your heels, pull them toward your shoulders to engage even more tension. Now, if you want to take your bridge deeper, you can bring your hands under your hips, maybe interlace the fingers, maybe pull the palms together, and you can even draw your shoulders further behind your back to open your chest even more. Keep your hips pressing high. Now, if you want to take it even further still, if you can reach, you can hold onto your ankles and use that grip to lift the hips up higher and open up your chest still further. Now, bridge is good enough. Stay here. Keep your glutes engaged. Keep your hips lifting. If you want to take this to wheel, then go ahead, release your hands, but keep your hips high. And then the hands come around your head. Palms to the floor. Fingertips toward your shoulders. Elbows high. Now, when you're ready, press into your palms. You can always lift to the top of your head first. And then whenever you're ready, straighten your arms. So it's hips toward the ceiling, chest toward the back wall. Keep your glutes squeezing. And for either pose, if it's too much in the low back, you can always pick your heels up off the floor. But keep the tension of the back line of the body, the glutes, the upper back, and let the front of the body lengthen and open. Keep your breathing long and smooth here. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, bring everything back down to the mat. Now once you're down, pull your knees back into your chest, squeeze everything in. And then let's take this into a twist. So I want you to bring your left foot to the floor and cross the right leg tightly over the left. So this is basically an eagle bind. Squeeze your legs together as tight as you can. Arms out at your sides, right and left. Keep both shoulders down. And then tuck your left hip underneath you. Bring your knees down to the left side and look over to the right. Now use the left leg to weight the right leg down. Keep your leg squeezing. If you need more, you can use that left hand and press the knees down further. But find the stretch in the outer right hip moving toward your low back. Now take a deep inhale. And with the exhale, slowly bring this back up to center. Now from center, reverse the cross. Right foot to the floor, left leg crosses tightly over the right. Now keep your leg squeezing. And then go ahead, tuck the right hip underneath you. Bring your knees down to the right side. Look over to the left. And if you need more, you can always use the right hand to press your knees further down. But find that stretch in the outer left hip and moving toward your low back. Just breathe here. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just bring this back up to center. Now undo the cross your legs. Bring your knees into your chest side by side. Squeeze down. And then let's take this into happy baby. So you've got to reach between the knees. Take hold of the outside edges of your feet. Stack your ankles above your knees. And then pull down on both sides. So draw the knees down toward the floor outside your ribs. And press your feet back up into your hands at the same time. Keep the tension working both up and down. Now work to flatten your spine, sink your tailbone down low to the floor. And then if you want to take it further, you can rock a little bit side to side. Further still, you can extend your legs out against your grip. And then finally, from wherever you are, take a deep inhale here. Draw it down as much as you can. And then with the exhale, just release. Extend your legs out fully. Lay your arms at your sides. Open up your palms toward the ceiling. And just let your eyes close here and let your body sink down into the mat. Now when you're ready here, start to move again bit by bit, fingers and toes, arms and legs. And then take a deep inhale, reach your arms out long past your head. And draw everything back in. Bring the elbows toward your chest, draw your knees up as well. And just take your time. Find your way up to a comfortable seat. And then just ground yourself into the mat, stack your spine. Bring your hands at the heart center. Take a deep inhale here, hold on to at the top. And then just let everything go. I thank you for joining class. Namaste.